Shooting this video on a Saturday by 11:54 because I have to go to church tomorrow. Okay, let's dive into it. So first of all, I'll be using my hair by any holding spray to just slip my hair backwards. That's to make sure no flight is coming forward, and when I place my wig, I don't get to place it on my on top of my hairline. And secondly, I'll be using my alcohol to clean the part that I'm going to be laying my wig on. So if you look at this video properly, you notice that my wig was already pre-styled, but then it was not sitting properly on my head as I would want it to be. Hence, I had to lose it to make sure it's sitting properly and restyle it. And I noticed that I didn't like the hairline that came with the frontal, so I had to change the hairline. Please, for the sake of beginners or for the sake of those everyone watching this video, please don't cut your hairline on your head. It's not advisable to cut your hairline on your head. Please make sure you're using a canvas head to do that. So it's just because it was late at night and I couldn't really go back to my canvas head, so hence I just constructed the hairline on my head. I'm sorry I cut a part off where I cut the hairline, the center part of the hairline. I didn't know I was not recording, but hopefully you get to see more videos about hairline creation on mine platform. Just note, for the sake of a low tempo hairline, that try as much as possible to make sure both sides are equal. Yes, for a low tempo hairline, make sure both sides are equal. If you're starting before the middle of the brows, make sure for the other side you're also starting at the same place, and make sure you end them at the same place. So remember, I already cleaned with my alcohol, and I'm supposed to use the Skin Protect, which I didn't use for the sake of this video because I didn't think I was going to carry it for long. I just did a little tweezing, and I'm going to go forward to apply my glue. So I'm about to apply my glue, and if you notice, I just raised my lace cap up already. I already know where my lace is stopping, and I know where my glue is supposed to start from. So you should be able to mark where your lace is stopping and where your glue is starting from, so you don't get to have a messy install. So I'm just going to lay my glue in thin layers. So I'm just going to lay my glue in thin layers and make sure it's clear before I put the next layer. Make sure the first layer is clear before I put the next layer, and also make sure the next layer is cleared. Make sure your glue as a whole is clear totally before putting your wig, your lace down. That's your frontal. Hence, so you don't get to have a messy install, or you don't get to have a part where your glue is not totally clear and gets to be white in the cap, and it's actually not going to give a nice look. So I used a hair by any glue in this picture. So if you notice, I'm laying my lace down, and if you watch further, you discover that there are some places that didn't get glue properly. That's not a problem. So all you just have to do is to use something to make sure the glue gets to that area, and make sure there's no part lifting. So with this, you are going to have a very, very nice install. This video is quite self-explanatory. So you discover that at the front, I'm just using my mousse to define the hairline after brushing my hair backwards. So I'm just going to fill up the spaces I didn't have glue. Then I'm going to tie down for a few minutes. So if you watch the video, like I said before, to the very end, you will discover that this video is very, very self-explanatory, and this is how you can get a neat self install on yourself. Well, going forward, I'm going to tie down and let it melt. And you are going to see how this is going to melt even when I have not applied the melting spray. So I'm just going to do a little bit of styling while I'm tying it down. I'm allowing it to melt so don't get to waste time, so I can pack it properly. So I'm doing a very simple style. It's just a side part with a packing, so to the back. Everything is going to the back, so it's a very simple style. So I didn't want to do something complicated, but then watch to the end of the video to see how this piece melted beautifully. Catch you, see you all. Here I'm going to be applying my melting spray. I'm using the Love Beauty melting spray. It works perfectly for me. Like, it's a hit. It works perfectly for me. So I'm just going to be applying the melting spray and tying down for a few minutes after application.